Do I freaking love Popeyes? I mean, yeah. And do I oftentimes want a fried chicken sandwich? Yes. But sometimes I can't handle or do I want all of the calories of their fried chicken sandwich. So today's recipe is trying to capture the best of both worlds by creating a lower calorie sandwich without sacrificing any of the flavor. So let's jump in on how to make it. We'll first start with a quick chicken marinade. To a large bowl, we'll add in 200 grams of buttermilk, which we'll follow up with about 3 tablespoons of Cholula, or whatever your favorite hot sauce is. And then we'll follow up with about 100 grams of pickle juice. And it's not available at every store, but at some you can actually find pure pickle juice alone in a bottle without the pickles, so you're not wasting a whole jar. But anyways, we'll mix this all together until this is well combined. To this, we're gonna add in roughly 500 grams of chicken breasts. And you can see here how I cut up my chicken breasts. Basically, I flatten them out a little so that they're equally high across the entire chicken breast and will cook evenly. And then sort of cut off the end of it such that it creates a more bun-shaped chicken breast. You obviously don't have to do this, but I like it just for the uniformity. Anyways, we'll let this chicken marinate for however long you have, preferably a day, but if you only have 30 minutes, that's okay too. While the chicken is marinating, we'll prep 3 items here. The first thing we'll prep is our seasoning for our chicken. We'll add in 3 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, half a teaspoon of cayenne, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Now we'll give them a good mix and set it off to the side until we're ready to season. The next item we'll prep is our sauce. Popeyes obviously uses a mayo-based sauce, but we're trying to be more calorie and macro conscious here, so we're going to use sour cream. To that, we'll add similar seasonings as before. We'll add in 1 tablespoon of Cholula, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of cayenne, a pinch of salt, and some black pepper. Then we'll give this a good mix. Finally, the last thing we'll prep here is our pickles. And pickles are a really important ingredient here to the sandwich because they add a wonderful acidic bite that pairs really well with the seasoned chicken. So you don't want to pass up on them. I'm going to take some dill pickles here that anyone can find at their local store and simply cut them long ways. And cut them into thick strips as opposed to thin. Keeping them thicker will provide some nice crunch when you bite into them. Now once these are all cut up, we can set them off to the side. Once our chicken has marinated, we're going to take it out and set it over paper towels here to get rid of some of that excess marinated that's accumulated. Once that's all removed, we'll hit the chicken breast with some oil and then simply layer over all of our seasoning. We want to make sure it covers every part of the chicken, so we want to rub it in well. Now once the chicken is well covered in seasoning, we can go ahead and cook it. I'm going to set mine over an oiled skillet set over medium-high heat and let the chicken cook until it develops some color. Once there, we'll flip it halfway and let the other side develop some color as well. Now once both sides have been seared, I'm going to finish mine in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Alternatively, you could finish it in the pan, but to avoid the seasoning burning, I wanted to finish mine in the oven by baking it. Once our chicken reaches 165 internally, we can now prep our sandwich. We'll take a toasted brioche bun, add some sauce to both the top and the bottom bun here. And then we'll layer on our pickles. And don't go light on the pickles here, you can really load it up. Then we'll add our chicken over the top of our pickles here. And then as a final touch, I'm going to add a little bit more sauce to the center of the chicken there before putting on our top bun. And here we are, you can see both sandwiches stacked up next to each other there. Obviously, considering that we didn't fry our chicken, they're slightly different sandwiches. But from a macro and caloric profile composition, clearly you can see that ours is much more reasonable from a calorie perspective. And just as a quick note here, there's nothing inherently wrong with eating Popeye's chicken sandwich or any other fast food place. But if you are pursuing a weight loss goal or perhaps in a cutting season and trying to keep calories low or just simply trying to regularly consume more nutritious, less processed meal, then this sandwich recipe is for you. And not only are the calories lower, but the flavor is amazing. So it's really hard to be dissatisfied here. I mean, you get lower calories, big flavor. What else could you want? Anyways, as usual, here's the ingredient and macro review for the dish, which I listed earlier too. And for the macros, that's for 1 serving, for which we assumed 8 ounces of chicken and 35 grams of sauce. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the recipe, and thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, let us know in the comments.